The first bite wasn't an accident. That's what they found out later, when the cops pried open Danny Tremont's rusted trailer door and saw what was left of him, or rather, what wasn't. A single finger, gnawed down to a bloody nub, sat on the kitchen table like a discarded chicken wing. The rest of him? Gone. Not scattered, not hacked apart, eaten. And the kicker? The bite marks matched his own teeth. That's right. Danny Tremont, a washed-up mechanic from Bangor, Maine, had consumed himself, piece by piece, over the course of 3 days. The coroner said it was impossible. The evidence said otherwise. It started with the snow. Late February, the kind of cold that sinks into your marrow and makes you wonder if spring's just a lie you tell yourself. Danny lived alone out on Route 17, a stretch of nowhere lined with skeletal pines and abandoned cars. Folks in town said he'd been off since his wife, Lila, left him, took the pickup and their mutt, Rusty, and never looked back. He'd sit in his trailer, drinking Pabst and staring at the woods, muttering about the sound. Nobody paid him much mind. People crack in the winter up here. It's just what happens. But then the snow came down hard, 3 feet in a night, and Danny didn't show up at the garage. His boss, Pete Haskins, figured he was drunk or dead. Either way, not his problem. 2 days later, Pete got a call from the power company. Danny's meter was still ticking, lights burning bright, but the phone just rang and rang. Pete grumbled, pulled on his parka, and drove out there, half expecting to find a frozen corpse. He didn't expect the smell. It hit him before he even knocked, something sour and wet, like spoiled meat left in the sun. The trailer's windows glowed yellow, curtains drawn tight. Pete banged on the door, hollering Danny's name, but all he got back was a low, rhythmic thudding, like a dog chewing a bone. He kicked the door in, and that's when he saw it. The table, the finger, the blood smeared across the linoleum like a kid's finger painting. No body, no guts, just that nub and a trail of red leading to the bathroom. Pete didn't stick around to play hero. He bolted, called the sheriff, and threw up in the snow. Sheriff Nadine Cole showed up with her deputy, a twitchy kid named Ryan. They found Danny's teeth first, 6 of them, scattered on the bathroom floor like loose change. The mirror was smeared with bloody handprints, and the tub was full of something Nadine couldn't name, chunks of meat, sinew, a flap of skin with Danny's Old Navy tattoo still legible. The thudding was louder here, coming from the crawlspace under the trailer. Ryan wanted to leave. Nadine didn't give him a choice. They pried up the floorboards, and there was Danny, or what was left of him. His legs were gone below the knees, his left arm a stump, but he was alive, eyes wide and glassy, chewing on his own forearm. His lips were shredded, tongue swollen, but he wouldn't stop. Nadine screamed at him to quit it, but he just stared through her, like she was the ghost. Ryan gagged and dropped his flashlight. Danny swallowed, blood dribbling down his chin, and whispered, "It's the sound. It's hungry." They dragged him out, cuffed him to a stretcher, and got him to County General. Doctors said he should have been dead, shock, blood loss, infection, but Danny kept breathing, kept muttering about the sound, until they sedated him. Nadine went back to the trailer that night, alone. She had to know. She stood in the bathroom, listening, and there it was, a faint, wet scratch asterisk, like nails on wood, coming from the walls. She tore at the paneling with a crowbar, heart-pounding, and found it. A nest of black, glistening things, not rats, not bugs, but something wrong asterisk, with too many legs and eyes that glinted like oil slicks. They swarmed her flashlight beam, and the sound rose, a chittering that burrowed into her skull. Nadine burned the trailer down that night, told the town it was a gas leak. Danny died in the hospital 2 days later, screaming about hunger that wasn't his. But here's the thing, Nadine hears it now, that scratch asterisk, every night in her own house. She's lost 10 pounds in a week, and she can't stop staring at her hands. Last night, she caught herself licking her fingers, tasting salt and copper. She doesn't know how long she's got before she takes the first bite.